Hi, I'm Mona, and if you're here, you found Kaleidoscope Dreams Tarot. This is your extra read all about it for February 23rd, 2020. I would like to say, do not live your life by the tarot. It is you that creates your own destiny. These readings, they may or may not resonate. Please subscribe, like, comment, and share these videos. Also, to my subscribers, welcome back, and to any new subscribers, welcome to the channel. I'm glad you're here. So, if you'd like to go ahead and grab your coffee, go for it, but we're going to go ahead and get started right now with February 23rd, 2020's extra read all about it. So, I already pre-shuffled the cards. So I'm just going to shuffle the deck one time and get the general energy. Now, I also had some kind of weird things come to mind before I started. So I wrote them down, because I was, I think a lot. I like to sit and contemplate things all the time. I'm always trying to figure out the truth, I guess, something like that. Like I'm always like feeling like I'm lacking in some sort of information somewhere. And I am, totally. And I will be for the rest of my life. But it's like certain things need to be known at certain times, right? So I was thinking, I was like, you know what? Because I've been watching a couple videos here and there, whatever. I haven't been feeling like doing too much, but I've been trying to clean the space and hang out with people nonetheless. But I'm still I was thinking about, there's something going on right now. Like we're all, there's a whole bunch of us, I'm not going to say we're all, but there's a whole bunch of us going through the same exact friggin' thing. The same thing, right? And but it's like it's not exactly the same, right? Because I've realized that is something that I'm going to call a trauma sensitivity level, right? This is what I came up with, you guys. We all go through different stuff, right? Some of us are a little more, I don't know how to say it, not stronger minded or anything like that, but like something having to do with the soul and the strength of the soul, right? Because you can be somebody and somebody say something just randomly to you, just as a joke, and you can take a big offense to that. But then you'd say that same joke, whatever, to another person, and they just kind of chuckle at it, and then you move on with your life, right? Plain and simple. So it's like, even though it was the same joke, two different people took it two different ways at whatever sensitivity level they could handle it at, right? So there's a lot of people like that out there, right? We are all on different levels of sensitivity. And Source brings in some of these traumas at your sensitivity level, because Source's not trying to give you a heart attack. But if you're a really strong-willed person, maybe your zodiac sign is a very strong sign or something like that, then Source knows they have to do a little more pushing with you, putting you through something kind of a little bit more traumatic than others. Because maybe a lot of things don't bother you. Maybe you don't really give things a lot of thought, or maybe you grew up a certain way that you didn't grow up to be too sensitive when it comes to certain things, right? For example, just being strong enough to handle, maybe bullying or name calling, whatever it is, right? Maybe you've gone through your life through a lot of that. So, it takes a little bit more for Spirit to teach you lessons, right? And this is why we all go through the same thing at different trauma sensitivity levels according to how strong our will, our subconscious, our inner being is. And no one knows that information about you except for source, right? And this is how they bring in the lessons. So that was one thing I was thinking about, you know. Same story, different scenarios, right? Based on our sensitivity levels of our trauma. And so another thing I was thinking about, and this popped in out of nowhere because it has nothing to do with what I was just saying, but I wrote down replacing time with spirit, with other people, avoiding loneliness, right? Which is a trip because when, you know, through my life, I've been pretty much by myself, to myself. I knew a whole buttload of people, a grip of people, but I was never really close to them. I never really hung out. I never like had a bestie that I hung out with. I was always like kind of to myself, right? But I didn't like being by myself. So what I did was I dated a lot, right? But I still couldn't find that inner something, you know, like, and I wasn't really looking for anything. I was trying to basically find out what I was going to do with myself after a certain point of time of going through something, right? It's time to take a new direction. So I just was trying to avoid loneliness with occupying the time of other people, putting other people in there. And that didn't, you know, and I'd been going through that my whole life until I realized that alone time is so important. So important. Because that's when communication occurs with spirit. Now, maybe I didn't want to do it, I'm thinking, because those times I wasn't very religious. I don't believe in anything. I didn't even ever give religion a thought. I never had to have those talks with people. Never had, no, it just never crossed my path. I never really had any serious religious discussion, talk, went to church, you know, nothing like that. I don't know, you know. It wasn't really pushed on me growing up, and it was just avoided altogether, basically. But I knew there was something going on. There was some God or something. Because something was going on. I just didn't know the story. And I really didn't want to take the time out to figure it out myself in those times because I was going through puberty and then, you know, young adult and just the trying times we go through when we're teens because, you know, a lot of us are traumatized, just straight up, right? All right. So basically, we're doing that. I was trying to, I think, fill that time because I was afraid of that inner voice. Like I remember spending countless hours alone, just occupying my time with like doing something like drawing or something. But you know, it's not really like you're alone. Even if the music's on or off, it doesn't matter. You're still communicating with somebody up there. Who was that? You know, like I didn't know at the time. I just thought I was talking to myself. Basically, I was, maybe to my inner God, who knows? But I didn't, I felt a certain type of way when that was happening, and it was very uncomfortable. I don't like it. And that's why I filled up those times. So there could be issues with me in regards to just like a codependency, right? It took me a long time to get over that. I'm 47 now. And I'm going to tell you what, I'm just getting over that shit. Can you believe it? Anyways, yeah, I've always had this sort of issue, I guess. And this is why I never wanted to be alone by myself. It's like I felt like I needed to have somebody or I was going to be absolutely, I don't know. So let's get started, okay? Sorry to keep you guys on that, but that was just something I needed to share with you. And maybe someone out there, whatever I'm saying, might have triggered something to think about yourself. Maybe you understand what I'm talking about with these sensitivity levels and why your story can be so much more harsher than others. Like people will tell you their stories, but you're like, shit, I got a story to tell you, right? Because of the sensitivity levels. You might be one of those people that source has to kind of be pushy with because your will and your strength, your inner core is very strong in that sense, right? All right, so let's just keep it moving. So this is for general energy for February 23rd, 2020. And we just want to find out the extra, read all about it for today, right? We want to know what the general energy is. So, general energy for February 23rd, 2020 is the Priestess. Isn't that strange how that comes out? After I just shared a whole bunch of knowledge with you, right? Inner knowledge, inner knowing. So somebody here is starting to use their intuition more. Starting to accept that sacred knowledge is always flowing. Wow. And you know, and the music said, like someone is waiting to be told, was just said after I said that last sentence. This is why, you know, I've decided to play a little bit of music, and if I catch it, whatever's said, that means it was meant. Because, you know, I think there's been words going on through the music, but I didn't really catch it because I was talking to you guys, whatever. But we have a high priestess here. So you know what? You could actually be getting messages right now from music, right? How else can Source talk to you if not by numbers or by music? I just saw 11:11. It was 11 minutes and 11 seconds taping already, right? And what was I asking about? Music, right? That's probably like the best way Source can speak to us is through music, through numbers, and through our dreams. It's just whether or not we're going to actually like believe, is that message for me? What was that? What's that all about? Because some people are like, oh my God, I had a dream. Oh, what does it mean? Well, shit, look it up. You know, if you're so curious to find out, because people will say that, but they won't look it up. It's so easy. Go online. Dream interpretation. Boom. Tons of sites come up. You know what I mean? It's like people don't want to do the work. Why is it's so simple that way? Maybe because that's the way I've been doing it. I haven't been asking people. I've been just trying to do my own research. I like research. I like to look shit up. Because I want to find out my truth, right? I don't want to just believe anybody's opinion or words on something. I need to, if there's something that's deep that I'm talking about with somebody, I want to, and I feel the need to like look further into that. I will, and I won't say, oh, what is it? No, I'm gonna go find out. Why ask anyone else? You know, I want to find out my own way with my own sources, right? My own legitimate sources. You know. Not just because somebody else said it. I want to see that a few, you know, highly recognized sources are saying it. You know? So let's find out what the first four cards are here, okay? I don't know why I feel. So this is about, so this reading I'm feeling like it's about receiving knowledge and searching for knowledge, right? Or somebody coming into knowledge. All right, and it deals with our past. And what is knowledge but something that we learn from the past, right? When I do my research, it's something that's already been written, right? So this is in regards to something from the past. All right? It could be you could be dealing with a Scorpio because look, there's the little Scorpio symbol, right? And something with in regards to the sun. I don't know. Sun sign Scorpio, maybe? I don't know. Could be, though. You guys, the synchronicities right now are insane. You know what I'm saying? Insane. It's just friggin'. It's to me, it's like shocking. I can't believe this shit. The synchronicities I'm seeing and all these things going on, I'm fucking tripping out. Because, you know, like if you guys know me, this is not something I've been doing all my life. This just like came to me in a whirlwind, like to just wanting to know and it was, and what's been lucky about me is some people don't have the time to just sit back and research, have that, solitude. I've had plenty of that. I have been granted with that time because on the norm, I'll be working, taking care of family, in some kind of something. I'll mix myself into something, right? But something came up, and it gave me the opportunity to be able to support myself and not have to work, and to actually, you know, I was blessed for this opportunity for a reason, because I'm supposed to use that time wisely to figure something out, you know. And you guys here with me today is part of my journey, you know, and hopefully it's part of our journey, and we can, you know, fix ourselves together. That's always nice. Because that's my goal, is to just figure shit out, right? That's how I am. I want to find the truth, you know. Maybe by now you can tell what sign I am, or what sign I usually um, resonate best with. Okay. Because I guarantee you, I'm not really much like my sun sign. Some people don't realize that that's my sun sign, because I don't really resonate well with it in the way that everybody else sees it. I do resonate with it a little bit, but not in the same ways. It's kind of, there's a little flip there, you know, but it's okay. Anyways, so you could be dealing here with a Cancer, right? But at one time there may have been some celebration in the past with this person, or possibly, you know, three-party situations. Maybe you remember this person as a three-party situation person. Just seeing them with others all the time. And maybe you knew about all this stuff, but you didn't really. Why didn't you do it? Why didn't you do what you do to the other people? You know? I know this is, I have a feeling that we've all been through this already, right? Three-party situation. And maybe in the past when that came about, it's like, bye, see you later. But somebody came into your life, or into our lives, that we couldn't say no to. Why? Like, we seen the red flags, but for some reason, it was so hard, like a pull, right? Because anyone else would have been like, all right, bye, next, right? That was a pass. But for some reason, some way, you know, it's like weird, right? I know you guys are going through some weird shit like I am. Because that's why you're here, you know? So we have some Eight of Wands right here, right? This could be a Sagittarius, or somebody with Sagittarius in their chart. I'm telling you guys, the combination of signs I figured out, you know, because I'm self-taught all of this stuff, but I'm self-taught by research. You know, I research shit. I look even into the past of the tarot cards. Just little tidbits will speak out to me as I'm reading them. And you know what? I share that all with you guys, okay? I share it with you guys because I don't like to hoard information, right? I like information and knowledge should be freely given. And I like to do that for everyone I can, to the best of my knowledge. You know, if you have a question, I will answer it to the best of my knowledge. I just saw 1818, okay? But, and if I don't know, we can find out together, right? No need to hoard knowledge. So messages come into somebody here, right? Somebody from the past had a situation that involved a three-party situation, right? There was a message received about this. This could have happened. This message could have been received in the form of messages in a dream. That's what I'm getting right here. This person is receiving sacred knowledge about what is happening. The High Priestess this is why this is the High Priestess energy, because she is receiving sacred knowledge, and she could be doing it through sleep or meditation. The times, like, you know what, that's friggin' crazy. Here's another synchronicity. Was I just not talking to you guys about solitude? Having solitude so you can connect to spirit, right? Yeah, you know, a lot of people, they don't like to be alone because they don't want to have that connect, right? I even know a lot of people tell me, yeah, I hate being alone. I like to be with people. That's a problem, you know. I remember telling somebody that about myself because I have a friend and we're like, I think we're like, our birthdays are like 2 days apart, but we're a year apart. But I have this friend and he's actually a DJ, really, really super nice guy. But we have some commonalities there. You know, we vibrate on the same frequency, right, level. This is a person that I get along with very well. I don't know where they are at this present time. I hope they're okay. But this is how I was resonating with that person. He was part of my soul tribe. Anyhow, so somebody is actually receiving downloads or information through their dreams, through their meditation, you know, their sleep at night. There is, and it's coming in fast. So maybe somebody has finally, you know, because I said this a couple times on my videos, you know, if you want to see it, I mean, you can ask before you sleep. You can ask. Excuse me. Wow. I don't know if I should be telling you guys because maybe he's too busy. But you know, maybe you need to just straight out ask your angels for help before you get to sleep. All right. Maybe you have a special angel that you like to you know refer to all the time. And if you don't, maybe you should look them up and see what each one does and which one you feel will resonate with you and your situation. I have one. I had to pick one of the strongest ones because I feel that whatever I was dealing with in terms of trauma was very difficult. And I felt that that person was strong enough to deal with my. So you know, when I go to sleep at night, I try to remember, but sometimes I forget. I try to ask them for protection in my dreams and to please allow me to dream and remember it and to see it clearly, right? Because also, if there's any kind of blockages going on there somehow, some way, that angel will protect your dreams and let your dreams come through. Because like I said, you know, they're so busy. I don't know. You know, I could just imagine. Shoot, there's only so many angels, and look at how many people are. Everybody start asking for help at a certain time. You think they'd be so busy, right? Hey, that's why maybe we have to be more clear when asking for what we want, because I don't know, maybe. Hey, you never know, right? The next 4 cards out we have are the Palace of Swords. So this person in the past is living in a household that's involves a lot of mind games, right? There's maybe some fighting going on there. Let me see here. Okay, okay. And they're dealing with the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is in this 3-party situation. This person may already, you know, they live in a household, right? But it's not like the House of Cups or the House of Wands or the House of Pentacles. It's in the House of Swords. This is where it's all mental. It's all hurtful. Stuff that's hurtful through mind manipulation or, you know, not communicating properly or communicating too well. Maybe somebody being very mean and direct with their words about how they want things and how things are supposed to be done, right? Or never nice words, you know. Maybe you lived with somebody, and when they lived, I'm sorry, not you, I'm just saying it like that. I don't know who's who here, wait, right? But I'm just saying, when somebody from the past lived with somebody, and there was a it wasn't very cushy um place to live in regards to when it came to talking, discussing things, when it came to the mental aspect of home, right? This is what screwed up the relationship, really, I think. Now that I'm kind of digging, it was the communication level. There may have been little to none, right? And this involves maybe this Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords she's, I mean, what? This is a person who's intelligent. This is how she is. I mean, she's like that because she's like that. I mean, what can I say? You could be dealing with a Libra. Look at that. The Libra is one of the most, from the air signs, it just likes to think and dig and dig and dig and dig. They need the truth. They need to find the truth. I mean, they're willing to even sacrifice their fun time because researching that truth would be their fun time, if anything, right? Like people enjoy, people enjoy the strangest things. We all have our things. And people like Libras, they like to they want to know the truth. That's all. So simple. Or is it? Because a lot of things in our personal files are hidden. Can't find that darn file that screwed me up in the 5th grade. Where is it so I can burn it or get rid of it, right? Some things are so hidden. We can't get to them. And I think the Queen of Swords is going through that with herself, She knows there's issues. It's so hard to find. And it's hard to find, especially when somebody comes into her life that's part of the issue. But, we have to realize that people come into our lives to help us to get over those issues, right? And you enter their lives for the same reason, right? Something you do is going to teach them. Something they do is going to teach you, right? And in this situation right here, it's in regards to 3-party situations. Somebody going outside of the relationship or somebody adding more people to the relationship. And maybe somebody didn't realize that, and they are now realizing that. Maybe they did realize it, but thought that because it was a beginning stages that maybe she could get this person to see, because, this person not only analyzes her own life, she analyzes the lives of everyone around her. She might be she may be knowledgeable and talkative, right? But in public and in person, she's quiet. Because she's analyzing everyone and every situation. She's seeing who's talking about what, who's talking about who, why they're talking about. She's analyzing everything everywhere she goes. So you might know this Queen of Swords. This is somebody who's very quiet when they're out in public. Oh, sure, on social media can maybe be a big mouth, whatever. Because this person maybe has a hard time expressing herself publicly like that, face to face. Maybe easier because she can have thoughts. She doesn't have to worry about her words or stumbling over her words or whatever. Because she's typing, she can fix it, right? But when it comes to speaking publicly or face to face with somebody, maybe she can't. I think she stalls in the thought process. She stalls. She's a Libra. She's smart. Hey, but we're not all perfect, right? Look at that. There's information coming in about something, and it's probably premature information, like it always shows. Or it's somebody having brand new feelings and wanting to come in with a message. These are 2 message cards, right? Now, we said that somebody was dealing with someone from the past. It had to do with 3-party situation. And there's a quick message coming in, right? And the messages are coming in via sleep, meditation, maybe crown chakra, whatever, right? You lived with this person before, but had issues in the household. This was with communication, talking, just seeing eye to eye, conversation, plain old damn conversation. Just couldn't have a decent conversation, couldn't be on the same level. And it doesn't even have to do with like knowledge and speaking and it's just talking. One might use bigger words than the other. Who cares? Who freaking cares? But somebody has insecurities about that, and the other one just didn't realize that. The other one doesn't know. Some people can be a little too smart for their own good, but they don't know. They're kind of dumb when it comes to emotions, maybe sometimes, right? So somebody is trying to explain or do something, and maybe this person who just happens to know a lot just doesn't understand those emotions because they've been just, maybe they haven't been really fed too much emotions in their lifetime. Maybe they've always had to think logically, right? Maybe somebody expresses their way through human touch and love and all that, and beautiful words like the romantic, right? And the other person is a little more realistic about stuff. It's not really in the dream world. So somebody met this person who is kind of that way, right? And when in regards to this person, because this is the first person on the board right here. No, second, because we have the High Priestess. But the High Priestess energy is all up in this bitch right here, right? Even all the cards that are going to come up, well, you'll see. Okay, so there's a message coming in, you guys. Shit, man, 31 minutes already? Jeez. Okay, there's a message coming in. It's emotional, and it's something that someone is really trying hard to, it's like that's why it's that Page of Cups, because somebody is, they have a hard time to say or do these things, or express these things. It's coming in quick, and someone's going to try their best. That's all I can see here, right? And once again, somebody will go into hermit mode after that message, right? Because they received messages. They knew something was coming. They went through this process next, and then here comes that emotional message. What do? They go back into hermit mode because they realize that that is how they're going to really find their answers, right? That's how they've been communicating with spirit. That is how they were receiving this sacred knowledge and intuition, right? By being the High Priestess. So let's find out what the next 4 cards are. Shit, man, guys. I'm sorry if I'm fucking too chatty. Jeez. It's like I'm just getting the inkling to tell you these things. You know. I mean, am I supposed to? Am I not supposed to? I'm telling you, like, I'm telling you guys, this shit all came like a whirlwind in my life. So, from somebody who did not believe in shit to going to like, whoa, shit's happening and it's real, and why is it in front of my face? Because I'm one of those people, I need to see proof. Maybe I should, don't. Careful what you wish for. If I was praying to see the truth and then shit comes in my, that shit's scary. Anyway, the first card that comes out, Knight of Cups. Okay. So within this household, there could have been somebody who was really expressing their love for another. Right? They were really telling them. This is a messenger card. This is a card that somebody from the past expressed their love in some sort, in this Palace of Swords environment. They expressed it, or maybe messages of love came into them. Right? You guys pick which way it goes, right? Ace of Cups. The Queen of Swords is headed for an Ace of Cups situation, a new love, right? So in her world, apart from any type of deceptions or anything, in her world, she's going to have a new start in love, and there's going to be celebration. It might be with a Cancer, right? Or it might be, yeah, we got a water sign, right? Water sign. Air and water. We need air to breathe, or we'll drown in the water, right? It's so hard to see the sign placements and which one is right and which one is wrong. You see these commercials on the YouTube. Oh, when you look up your sign, you want to look under the moon or the right. You know what? They don't know. They don't know. I'm sorry. Don't waste your money. You know who knows? Spirit knows. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. And then you pay all this money, you do all this shit, and you're disappointed when it doesn't happen, because anything can change at a moment's notice. You know, something doesn't resonate, it's because something has changed at that moment's notice. Something changed, something in the universe changed, okay? You can read these cards and what's happening. It could be happening right at this second, but an hour from now, things can change. This is why I'm not all crazy with prices and readings, because anything can change at a moment's notice. And then you're going to be disappointed that you spend $60, $70, $111 for a reading. And you can't be mad, because you should know that things will change at a moment's notice. Or maybe it already happened to you, or it's going to happen to you, or something like that. Anyways, you know, this is why I'm like, not, I don't know, I just don't feel like I'm not into giving readings, because even as cheap as it is, it's, I just look in my playlist, see if there's something there that might resonate that can help you find your own way, you know, because my readings are timeless, so whatever you see, whenever you see it, that's when it's meant for you. So maybe it's time for you to learn that from that video, you know. I don't know, man. All right, so we have the Queen of Cups right here, right? So this message coming into you prematurely, possibly, premature emotions, is holding the energy of the Queen of Cups. So there's a message coming into the Queen of Cups. You could be the Queen of Cups. Somebody's the Queen of Cups. Just like somebody is the Queen of Swords. So we have an air sign and a water sign. Now we have two air sign, a water sign, and there's a High Priestess here, right? Maybe this whole entire reading is the High Priestess, and this is what's involved in the High Priestess life, right? Possibility. Let's see what the last card is here. The Devil. Yeah. Could be dealing with a Capricorn person. Somebody who is trapped, feeling trapped. Could be trapped in regards to relationship, job, family situation, drugs, alcohol, eating, shopping, hoarding, whatever. But somebody is trapped in a situation that they, you know, either they can't get out of it. Let me see here. Wait a minute. We have somebody going within, and then the Hermit. And then, okay. So somebody here is actually contemplating on how they're going to deal with this devil energy. So there's something happening here in regards to the devil energy, possibly somebody wanting to stop doing something, or evaluating what this energy has been doing to their life and maybe starting to think differently about it, right? That could be it too. All right, Capricorn energy, right? Capricorn is like, you know, I gotta have this, I gotta have that, I gotta do it my way, I want it this way, this way. But they don't, they also, you know, they're very much in their ego. They don't give it too much thought about some things, right? I'm not saying all, you know, because like I said, remember, we have all different signs in our chart. You know, you could have mostly, you could have like one Capricorn and then mostly like Scorpio or something. So, I mean, if that was my chart, I would be going under my sign of Scorpio if I have more Scorpios right there, right? If I have more something of something than my sun sign, I'm going to look at the other. I'm going to look at both. But always I find that the sign that I have more of in my chart resonates best. And all of you people that maybe have like different signs, so maybe all of those signs and readings will resonate with you. It just depends, right? This is how I'm saying, you know, it is good to say the signs sometimes, but some people might get confused, you know, like me, I can get, well, I used to get a little bit confused, but now I'm kind of trying to focus more and see what these things actually mean, because I contemplate, I sit and I contemplate, that's what I do, you know. Okay, let's keep going. Shit, man. All right, so this is for the extra, read all about it. Very interesting read, right? February 23rd, 2020. I didn't even figure out the number for today. Give me a second, I'll do that maybe, if I remember. Let me get the next 4 cards for this February 23rd, 2020. Extra, read all about it. Okay, the next 4 cards out are the 6 of Pentacles, Look at that. 6 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles. Equal give and take, maybe, right? With somebody from the past. Or somebody did not give equally to someone in the past, right? This is what happened. Somebody here put in a lot of work in something and they just didn't get it in return. And this has to do with somebody from the past. Okay? It could be this Scorpio who's dealing with that, right? Somebody didn't give equally. And this is a person from the past that possibly you worked hard to, give that equal give and take, but it just wasn't returned, right? We also have this Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands moving forward. Always moving forward, the Knight of Wands. Because this person is a flighty energy, right? They come in and out. So they're always moving forward to the next step, to the next step, to the next, to the next, to the next, right? That's this energy right here. This Knight pretty much brought in three-party situation to the Queen of Swords. He brought that in. He brought all that bullshit in, three-party situation. Trying to act like it's all good and fun. And you know what? I think this person realized that when they were with the Queen of Swords or whoever, that the Queen of Swords wasn't really going to have that. And that's when the problem started. This person didn't want to let go of the Queen of Swords because there was something there. Maybe they didn't know what the hell it was. They wanted to hang on to this Queen of Swords at this present time. And so instead of, saying the truth that this person is flighty, they pretended to be like they were someone who was interested in something more long term. And that's deception right there, okay? Or this person may have already been involved. Maybe is in a relationship that allows flightiness. That could be it too. And if that's the case, this Queen of Swords doesn't like that either. Right? That would be like an open relationship or polygamous relationship. She's just not, that's just not her way. She didn't grow up that way. She believes in the institution of marriage as something sacred, not something that you just, throw around. It's very sacred to her. We do have the Four of Cups here. So when the message comes in, it's going to be an offer, right? The offer could be coming from the Queen of Cups. Now, remember, you guys, you could be a male watching this, and you can be one of these friggin' queens. So don't be like, I don't know any. That could be you. Shit. All right? So just take this story how it resonates, right? So there's somebody coming in with the offer. It's kind of premature because maybe they don't know exactly what to say, or maybe they might have given it some thought, but maybe not enough, because some people when they panic, they go and they do things irrationally, right? And sometimes people hide and think about it, right? But there's something that may have happened, or that's happening maybe, that somebody's feeling panicked about, and they're coming in with an offer quickly. So I'm thinking this offer was premature or is premature. And they're bringing that offer to the Queen of Cups, or they're being the Queen of Cups, right? I think that somebody was bringing an offer to the Queen of Cups, right? And I think it was premature. There was no thought put into this. It was a rational offer. It was irrational at the time. So it was not time. And what happened here possibly is that somebody had diarrhea of the mouth and, maybe said things they didn't want to say in the spur of the moment because they didn't give it much thought. They didn't think about what's going to happen, Think about scenarios. If you want to do something, okay, think, if I do this, if I say this, what will be the outcome? Or if I do this, what will be the outcome? You know what I mean? Some people, they don't think about the big picture. They think about right then, there, and now. And then they say the wrong things, do the wrong things, right? Somebody wants to come towards the person who is in contemplation, or this person in contemplation may want to move away from a situation. This person is contemplating whether or not to move away from whatever it is that's going on in their life. Could be a Libra. This Libra could be wanting to remove themselves from this situation. So they're going within. They're trying to receive messages from Source because they're not sure what to do. You know? But I mean, you know, a lot of us are going through things where the feminine, if you will, is stepping away from the masculine. And I mean, in some cases, they're not doing this out of, you know, I hate you, blah, 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 I'm just... No, some of them are just tired. And they've grown up, the feminines have grown up and kind of seen and looked back at this and are thinking, you know what? It's been so long and I'm tired of this and it doesn't seem like my person is growing at all. And so maybe, you know, anything that's said when there is the offer made is gonna still end up in not taking that offer because it was a premature offer. Somebody should have given it more thought. And maybe they thought, maybe that this person who's bringing this offer to this person is actually trying to find out signs and signals from maybe other tarot card readers, psychic readers, moon cycles, whatever. They might be trying to do these things, but they're not coming in right, and they're not coming in on time, and they're not following something correctly. It's just not. Yeah, they're just not following it correctly. And this is why they keep missing their point, right? Seems like every time they come in, this person just wants to go away. And it's possibly because this person coming in, it's too early, you haven't healed, you know? Your energy, your vibrational energy is friggin' low as fuck. This is the Queen of Cups. She has a high vibrational energy. She is the Empress. Holds that energy. And so when you come around with all these offers and passion, or whoever comes around with all the offers and passion, and if she feels that vibration like, ugh, especially when you say things to her, you know, from haste, not giving it thought, and she's like, oh, so a lot of feminines walked away not because, you know, 100% that they were tired, but because they got news of the masculine. They told them something. And they said, okay, so this came out. This is maybe all that person wanted all along. Was to know of a certain situation, how it is, how somebody conducts their life in a certain way. And see that, okay, yeah, we're not on the same level. I don't want that, but you want that. So it's time for us to part. Right? Obviously. And that's parting nicely, having a conversation, understanding, okay, you want to be that way? All right, you know, I wanted something more, but if you want to be that way, so be it. Who am I to stop you, right? You could have told me this a long time ago, and I would have been separated myself. Right? But you know why it lasted so long? Because that fucking person is a liar. That's not what they wanted. But they said that shit in haste. Dummy. You're so lucky that you met this person, dude. I'm telling you. I'm talking to the guy in this. You're so friggin' lucky. I'm just saying. Alright? You don't even see it. So pathetic. Anyways. And this is why you're losing that. This is why you're all up in your head. Because you never saw this. And this person is tired. Maybe they love you, but they're friggin' tired. They're done with this devil energy. They're tired of that shit. They can only take so long or so much of the abuse. The mind games. Right? Fucking manipulation. It's like they think of you and they think of fuck you. You know what I'm saying? That's what they think. And they still friggin' love you. selfish. You know, jeez. Okay, the next 4 cards out, you guys. Oh my god, okay. That was like a... Whew. Had to get it out, though, eh? So, somebody's feeling left out in the cold in regards to this house, Palace of Swords. You know, there was no equal give and take there. Somebody may have, of the past may have left this situation or been put out in the cold because of no equal give and take, right? Well, yeah, obviously it's going to happen. If you didn't know that, you know, jeez, I don't know what's wrong with you. We have the Queen of Swords here, right? And she's dealing with the King of Cups. But look, we have the Queen of Cups right there. Queen of Cups always, you know, usually when you have that 2 same suits, that's a couple, right? So why is the King of Cups over here with the Queen of Swords? Right? Maybe that's the energy that this person was holding for the Queen of Swords, a lot of love and whatever. Didn't know how to send this passionate message. Maybe they didn't know how to communicate right. And I'm taking that here because of this page of Cups, right? Yeah. This person is trying to communicate wish fulfillment to somebody. The King of Cups wants this new start with this Queen. So I'm telling you, this is where it can get confusing, you guys, because this is where the signs come in, right? Let me just keep going, okay? Let me just keep going because I don't want to confuse everybody. All right, so right here, so the King of Cups wanted a new start with the Queen of Swords, right? But she's in that energy, right? You know, she's in that energy because she's all up in her head about the situation caused by the King of Cups. She's holding that energy because of him. He brings in the passion. He leaves. There's a celebration. He leaves. And he runs off to something from the past. So this person, this King of Cups, he's attached somewhere. This is why he keeps leaving. And this is where this energy comes in, because it all has been come to light. The Queen of Swords has found out the truth. And she can't be real. I mean, she's upset because this fool took a long time to say something at least to her. But when he did, it was a fucking lie again. Another lie. She knows. She you know, she's not dumb. You're dealing with the Queen of Swords here. Come on now. Duh. Right? Alright, anyways. So we have the Knight of Cups energy here over the Page of Cups. So this energy, so the person want this communication is wish fulfillment involving the Queen of Cups. So somebody may have brought an offer to somebody, a swift, quick offer. There was an offer made, a premature offer of emotions, which led to the Nine of Cups energy, wish fulfillment with the Queen of Cups, right? So somebody's dealing with a water sign and somebody's dealing with an air sign. And there's the King of Cups. He's probably going to be floating around here, right? Knight of Cups. We got that right here. Maybe this person of the past used to hold the Knight of Cups energy, and now maybe it has been gone through some situation involving this House of Swords, feeling left out in the cold, and now, because, you know, once we learn our lessons, it's like we boost ourselves up ranks. I always say it like that. So this Knight of Cups may be now the King of Cups. Somebody who's a little more emotional than before because they realize shit, right? But somebody is in their Nine of Cups energy here. They jumped into, they accepted an offer possibly from a Queen of Cups. Let's see what's next. Four of Swords. It's all, look at that. There's a lot of thinking going on. You know why? Because somebody is definitely going within and trying to communicate with Source, because they possibly have found out that everybody in their atmosphere is a friggin' liar, deceiver, user, cheater, whatever negative thing you can think about. They have probably realized that that is what they've been surrounded by. So what are they doing now? They want to move away from that energy. There might be thinking about how to do it, right? Also, they are going within a lot. It's almost like they're having a hard time to hear that inner voice. Like I started way at the beginning. You know, somebody here is afraid to listen to that inner voice. Like they don't know what it is. Maybe they too didn't grow up on a lot of religion. Maybe they grew up on trying to learn something else. Maybe they did to an extent, but not to the extent of what is coming to them now. Something is going on with them now. Some signs, okay, for example, well, I'm not going to say because we all have this sign in our chart, so we are all going through some transformation, but this is the year of really harsh transformation for some signs, for one in particular. And we all have that. It's a sign of Scorpio. This is what I realized in my studies, that this is the year that Scorpio goes through some crazy ass transformations. You know? And we all have Scorpio in our charts somewhere. So we're going through some sort of transformation somehow, right? But the more, if you actually have them in, if you actually have those signs in certain areas of your chart, they become more, they're like super lessons, super transformations. They're gnarly lessons. Harsh, right? I kind of feel bad for the Scorpios who, you know, have sun or moon or rising or Venus or North Node, whatever, but, and you know, it has to be done. And I've realized that now. This is things like this, like realizing people's and directions that they're going through their signs and through the cards, whatever. I like to, like I said, I like to contemplate on things and think about things. I put two and two together and I realize, oh, okay, I can't be so mad at this person, because then you start realizing what they're going through, that they have to go through that, and that you're just part of their healing process. That's where it makes it a tiny bit easier to heal these things. Like I used to be interested in this stuff when I was, you know, like beginning teen, pre-teen, but it like disappeared. It disappeared after like a year or so. Like put it on the back burner because I think, you know, I was going through traumatic times as a in my adolescence, you know. So I bet you if I would have studied all this, I would have I mean, shit, I would have been so accurate with all these numbers, these synchronicities, the signs, the moon phases, and the cards, and the, but, you know, yeah, sorry, you guys, you know. But I'm revisiting, and we're going to do this together, and we're going to realize things together, right? This is why forgiveness in people's lives is so important, because you don't realize that the reason they're going through that is because they had to. It's kind of like our lives are like the Truman Show, right? You remember the Truman Show when somebody was like videotaping this guy's whole entire life and he doesn't even know it, and then he figures it out? It's like we're all like little mini Truman shows. Our life is being filmed. It's put in the Akashic records. It's been there already. We're reliving shit. Could be from past lives. Could even be from this life. Reliving circumstances or situations. They may not look the same. Remember, trauma sensitivity levels. Maybe you got traumatized earlier. You didn't learn from it. So each level gets stronger and stronger until you friggin' learn. That's why I learned it so old, because it wasn't phasing me through my lifetime. These signs that were being sent to me, like to avoid certain things, and I just wasn't. It took me this 47 already. All right, you guys. I'm an old fart right now. Anyways, let's see what the next 4 cards are. You know, I appreciate what I've learned though. Shit happens. You know. People don't understand how important this life really is and the lessons that we have to learn. And I'm grateful now. And people can say I'm crazy on this, on that. You know, fuck them. I don't care. Because I know who I am. And that's all that matters, right? I'm me. And I know that I'm a good person. And that's all that matters. Because Spirit knows that too. So the next 4 cards we have out are King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles here is somebody from the past who's feeling left out in the cold, who didn't have equal give and take in a situation when it came to a past relationship or a past person, right? They could have even sent in messages of love to you or to someone, right? This this King of Cups, who is, what is this one? Dealing with this Queen of Swords, is still looking to the past, wanting to start something new. And a message will come into that person from the past, to the King of Swords is dealing with the Queen of Swords. She's from the past, right? Because he's looking towards the past. He feels like he has sabotaged some certain situation, right, involving three-party, because he was too passionate. He was thinking with his passion stick instead of his heart, right? Now that he is the king, he has graduated to kinghood of cups. Maybe he's going to be ready to send a message of new beginnings, or maybe he has sent that message already, right? We have the Queen of Cups here. The Queen of Cups needs to make a decision over this wish fulfillment now. Maybe the page is coming in with somebody's coming in passionately to make an offer, right? The offer may be premature. It might be a premature of wish fulfillment. Now, wish fulfillment is 9 of Cups. We want 10 of Cups. Have you guys seen that out here yet? No. So that's when two people get together. Everything's so wonderful and happy. You know, it's like the honeymoon. Yeah, we're together. We love each other. Let's hold hands, right? We have this Two of Swords right here over the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups has to make the decision, right? And since we have no cards here in this situation, this is the continuation of the Queen of Cups energy, right? So, continuing with the Queen of Cups energy, she needs to make a decision. She has been going within, and she's been slowly moving away from an energy, right? Still going within. Why? Because the devil energy keeps getting brought to her. But she's starting to realize that. She knows that now. And this is what she's trying to release herself from. This is a decision she's making, and it has to do with this devil energy. What's the next card? Let's see. Yeah, there's competition here. This is why she's releasing her. She wants to release herself. She doesn't want to be part of this devil energy competition anymore. That's why she's going into a lot of contemplation, trying to figure out what went wrong, what happened here, why is this like this, why is it like that, and why it's through study. It's through study. You study people. You study the way people carry themselves. You study the signs, you know. But that's, it's, a lot of people don't have time for that shit, you know. Fortunately, I do, and I'm trying to do the best I can to learn this so I can relay it to you guys, okay? You know, that's why, that's why I'm here. Shit, we're at an hour and 2 minutes already. Okay, let's get a move on this. Oh my god, sorry you guys, but shit, man. All right. So yeah, she's making a choice actually to get away from this devil energy, I think, because that's why that Six of Swords right there. She wants to get away. She wants to get away from the devil energy and the competition, right? If that Six of Swords wasn't there, it would mean that if it was another card, it wouldn't mean like she was getting away. But since it's there, yeah. She's trying to get away from that devil energy, the competition. She don't want to deal with that shit no more. She's a queen, possibly an empress, right? Queen of Cups in the normal decks are empresses. The next 4 cards we have out are Eight of Cups, okay? Someone's waiting to be told. That's what I just heard. Somebody's walking away from a situation. There was no equal give and take there, right? They're not having it anymore. They're moving towards the Queen of Cups, right? Or a message is coming in to the Queen of Cups about passions that somebody shared with someone else. And look, it's the King of Cups right underneath her. So the Queen of Cups is finding out that the King of Cups had something going on with the Queen of Swords, right? That's who's walking away. They're walking away from a situation where there was no equal give and take. Queen of Cups found out that the King of Cups was messing around with the Queen of Swords, right? Now, the Queen of Cups here is trying to make a decision. There was an offer made to her by somebody to have wish fulfillment. So even though this is going on, Or maybe this person offered it to her, but it was all talk. It could be, right? It was too premature. This person was immature, offering love and not really panning out in the relationship, right? She wants to make a choice. Times 2. So she does. She wants to make a choice here. She's going to make a choice. And, you know, she's either going to choose herself or she's going to choose the choice, right? So, and she chooses, I guess she's choosing to walk away from the Emperor. Or the Emperor went within and is choosing to walk away, because now we have somebody in this row. And this is the Emperor's row. The Emperor is actually going within and walking away from a situation, right? Really going within, connecting with spirit now. Maybe they didn't before, they are now, right? They're understanding about what's been going on now, about the devil energy and about the competition and about having to defend themselves. So somebody's coming into realization now. Queen of Cups is trying to make a decision over this situation. And you know what? The Queen of Cups is the Empress, right? Yeah. Now, if there's not a whole bunch of people in your own personal story, I will tell you this. This Queen of Cups and this Queen of Swords could be the same energies, the same person, right? You could be holding the energy of the Queen of Swords towards the King of Cups because of information that was received, right? The King of Cups put the Queen of Cups in a three-party situation. That's how it started. She walked away from that. She walked away from something, from a three-party situation. And now it's revisiting her. Maybe she did wish for this, but now she has to make a choice because possibly didn't turn out the way that she wanted because somebody is flighty, right? Knight of Swords. She was dealing with the Knight of Swords. Or Knight of Wands, sorry. Passionate person who just likes to party all the time and be with whoever. She looked at him as a king of cups possibly, but he turned her into the Queen of Swords too. She could be holding these two energies in her chart. She could have water, she could have air, and I don't see any fire here. So those could be two main energies that she holds, right? Yeah. Let's find out what the next cards are here. Sorry, you guys, that it's so long. It's a lot's coming to me. You know, the retrograde. It's like a roller coaster ride for me. One day I'll be like, I don't want to do this, and then like the next minute I'm like, okay, let me do it. Like last night, I did another reading, like some random. I just felt like to do it. I didn't even know what to call it, but I put it out there. It's long, so there's a lot of information on there if you guys have time, whatever. Yeah. Whoever somebody was dealing with in the past, where they had no equal give and take. The house was just fighting, arguing, no good home life, possibly through communication, is put out in the cold, right? This is the King of Pentacles being put out possibly in the cold. King of Pentacles got information of emotions come in and somebody walked away. Why? Because, yeah, it was due to devil energy. Somebody was being very not so nice to the other. Somebody finally had the balls or the ovaries to walk away from this past situation, which was a very, very toxic situation, toxic household. The home life was very toxic, you know. Could have came from a very toxic family. This is a possibility, you know. Some people are so bent on family, number one, stick together. Some fucking families are fucked up. I'm sorry. Not all families are good. Yeah, family's great, and that's all you have. Okay, great. Yeah, but if you got a bunch of people who are hurting you, abusing you, whatever, that shit ain't family. That ain't shit. Your family somewhere else. That shit is that's a karma right there. That's a karmic family. That's a family that's there to teach you something. That's why they're putting you through so much shit. For you to realize that you can walk away from anything you want in life. People are always feel stuck in a certain, no. Oh, well, that's my so-and-so, so I have to. No, you don't have to do shit. You don't have to do shit. I don't care who the fuck that person is. I don't care if it's your child. If you have done your best with that child and that child refuses to speak to you or have anything to do with you, that's their fucking problem, especially if you've been putting in effort for it. Because you know what? One day they're going to realize. They're going to realize where the real love came from. And I know there's a lot of you out there who may have be missing a child. And it's not even your fault why this child is gone. Because I know I'm not the only one. This is why some people resonate here, right? Because we're going through the same shit. We just have different trauma sensitivity levels, right? I think I've coined a new word. Here she is. I told you guys, the High Priestess. Somebody is in her High Priestess energy, intuition, and sacred knowledge. She's looking in her cup. The Queen of Cups is very intuitive. And like I said, the Queen of Cups is like the Empress. In a normal card deck like this, the Queen of Cups is the Empress. So basically what's going on here is there are different levels of how somebody has made another person feel. This is all about feelings right here. And a lot of people are going within because their feelings are just mixed up and just, they got fucked up, basically. So the Queen of Cups, you know, dealing with the King of Cups, he kind of made her into this energy of the Queen of Swords, like just not a very pleasant energy, very cutting, very like distrustful type. Because she's examining everything this person does. Because why? Because in the past, this person came in with an offer of love and maybe an offer of a new beginning, but it turned out to be not true 100% because this person, it was a three-party situation. So this person was possibly going around with other people, but telling this person that, oh yeah, you and me, blah, blah, blah. Just because they wanted to keep this person in their life. That's fucking selfish. Straight up. So this person, this King of Cups, lied to the Queen of Cups, who was supposed to be their friggin' mate. Whatever. Shit happens, right? And the Queen of Cups realizes that now. Some truths came out. And she used her intuition. Maybe not all the truth came out, but she knows. You can't hide shit from her. Eventually the truth comes out. She's probably told you shit before and you didn't listen, right? For all of us. The reason why the Queen of Cups needs to really make a really gnarly decision here is because she needs to decide on whether or not she wants to have marriage with somebody or be in union with somebody. This is a really hard decision for her because, and look at this, this is the main focus for her right now. Do I stick with this or do I move on from this? Look, Two of Swords. Two of Swords. There's a message coming into somebody about marriage. Somebody's making an offer of marriage to somebody, to the Queen of Cups. Somebody holding the Queen of Cups energy. They want wish fulfillment with the Queen of Cups, but it's not the Ten of Cups. Where is the friggin' Ten of Cups? When is that gonna come out here? I don't see it. Why? Because there's a lot of devil energy here. That Ten of Cups ain't going to come out, I don't think. You know, I don't really think so. And unless that devil energy has removed itself from these readings. And the devil likes to pop his head out everywhere. That's what sucks. Right? The devil pops his head out. Oh my God, you guys. So this person is thinking. Too much thinking. Either you're going to walk away from the deception or you're not. Make up your friggin' mind, Emperor. You want to walk away. But you're just thinking. Look at this shit, you guys. Thinking. You want to walk away, but you're thinking. Thinking about what? Stupid? Come on, make up your mind. Shit. I hate to say it like that, but what are you thinking about so much? Jeez, you're the emperor. You shouldn't have to think that much. You should know. The emperor knows. So act like it. If you're an emperor, act like it. Stop with all the fucking thinking. Take a friggin' risk. Maybe you've been taking all the wrong risks in life. It's time for you to take another risk. That thinking is not going to do shit for you. What it's going to do, it's going to keep you trapped in your thoughts. Stuck. Fighting with your own thoughts with this devil energy that you don't want to let go of. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm very passionate, right? Anger is passion, right? I know there's some of you chicks out there, you guys know what I'm talking about. I know you guys know where I'm coming from right here. I know it. I know you guys do because we're going through the same shit. We're just at different trauma sensitivity levels, right? I know it. Those fucking bastards, right? But hey, I'm telling you, I'm pissed too at some things, but that's how spirit wants it, and that's what we just have to abide by. If you guys have ever asked to relinquish your relationship or whatever, you can leave it to spirit. You're supposed to do that. I did it. Then I get mad and I change my mind. Then I go back again and sorry, please take over. Like it's like a we can go back and we can fight, but once we say it, we've already put it out into the universe. What we want. That's why they say careful what you wish for. Because if you're good and you're trying to do good and you want to do good things, you want good things, maybe you might have wished for something that wasn't good for you, but because you're good, you're going to get that wish because that's what you wished for. Darn. I realize my mistakes now. You know, but okay. This King of Pentacles right here, who's dealing with this devil energy, wants to walk away from something from the past. And it has to do with this House of Wands, right? This person is waiting for something. They're waiting for something, right? Moon phases, who knows? Moon phases. They're waiting for to release themselves from this devil energy, right? That's something that they could be doing. This High Priestess, Queen of Cups, in her head, friggin' in her head about this situation. You know, and that's what's fucked up. She knows what's going on. She knows what's supposed to happen. She knows what's there. But she's getting friggin' tired of it. I'm telling you. She's freaking tired of it. I'm tired. I mean, why work on something with someone who's just blatantly straight out says, look, I want to live my life this way. Either you live it like that or you don't. Okay. I'm gonna don't. You know, I'm not gonna live my life that way. And I'm going to separate myself. So if that's how you want to live your life, why are you hanging on to this person then? Why are you hanging on to this person who doesn't like that lifestyle? She's trying to cut herself loose. But your energy is friggin' stupid. Stop hanging on to her. If you want to be Mr. Floaty around town, go be that then. That's not her lifestyle. Stop hanging on to her. This is what I see here. We have a lot of these people, could be male or female energy, I don't know, whatever. They're friggin' saying, oh, this is the way I do things and this is how I want to do it. Okay, I respect that. Thank you for telling me. I'm kind of pissed off that you took this long to tell me, but at least it finally came out and I don't have to waste any more of my life on this, right? You separate peacefully, everything's fine, and it's done, right? Fuck no, it's not done, because that stupid fool is still holding on to your energy, and it sucks. They want to come in with a message of marriage, and that's why, you know, this is like ultimate kid games. They should make a fucking show of that. Ultimate kid games. ultimate games adults play. You know, I don't even know. It's so stupid, though, you guys. Yeah, she's trying to be strong in all this. She knows what's going on, and she knows that she relinquished her love life to the universe to take care of it. And she's at the point to where she's like, fuck, can we just move on? I don't want this. I'm cool. It's too late. Because it's already too late in the game that the universe is trying to say, hey, time's a coming. Get ready. And it's like, oh, fuck. I didn't want it anymore. I don't want it anymore. Well, it's too late. And you know, you do have a chance, though. If this person is coming back, this whoever's holding your energy is coming back, trying to hang on to this, trying to defend themselves and why they went through the devil energy. If they come back and you know, you do have the choice to sever the relationship. That was the next card, you guys. Fuck. You do have the choice to sever it or bring a truce between you two. Somebody's coming in with the truth finally. After a lot of contemplation, stupid thinking. Someone's finally going to come to realization about something. Either they're going to come to realization that they have lost somebody that was very important to them in regards to relationship status, or they're going to realize that they've been manipulated themselves, and this is why they've been going through these trials and tribulations. They are going to bring truth, possibly, about the situation, confess their lies, confess that they were just doing things because of a certain reason or whatever, right? They're going to come in with the truth. But the universe is asking the Queen of Cups out there, whoever you are, holding the Queen of Cups energy, because I do see, yeah, there's like, Queen of Cups is the Empress, right? I kind of feel like this king right here is holding, the King of Cups is holding the energy of the High Priestess. Why? Because this person has made some sort of realization involving the Queen of Swords. Maybe the Queen of Cups here, they went passionately to her, but it was all three-party situation, right? He didn't realize that that was his queen. And he went to the Queen of Swords, right? Or he turned that queen into the king. The King of Swords, High Priestess. He's realizing something that has to do with the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Swords, right? He could be dealing with these two people. But the king is now realizing something about the Queen of Swords. Now they're all up in their head thinking about what they're going to do. They want to bring in an offer of love, a new start, emotional beginning to somebody from the past. Somebody here might be a younger person. There might be a younger woman and an older woman. The Queen of Cups is younger. The Queen of Swords is older because the Queen of Swords has more knowledge, right? Queen of Cups is kind of in their feelers. Really emotional and needy. More needy than anything, right? Emotional, nonetheless. Probably very huggy. I want to be around you constantly, you know, whatever. So maybe this is how this person was when you met her, Queen of Cups, and she turned slowly into the Queen of Swords due to mental manipulation. And it all came through messages. Maybe it didn't even come directly to her. Like, she was mentally manipulated through messages, hearing of this from that, from this person, from that person, from this person, right? That's that gossiping group. You know, she got sucked into a group that likes to gossip or something. See, yeah, there you go. That's on the bottom of the deck. Somebody wants to work this out, you guys. Somebody wants to work it out. I want to tell the truth now. I'm thinking that this King of Cups that came in, they were both King and Queen of Cups to start, right? The Queen of Cups was going to definitely grow into the Empress, no doubt. But it shows here also that the King of Cups also grows into be the Emperor, right? And why does he grow to be the Emperor? Because he finally comes and tells the truth, right? That is a very strong thing to do, is to come in and finally tell the truth. And that's what turns this person into the Emperor. And that's when union starts. That's when the lessons are learned. That's when this person doesn't come in as a twin flame. Because twin flames are lessons. You're happy to meet your twin flame? I'm not. Hell no. Not with what I went through. But, you know, we all are twin flames to somebody, somewhere, somehow, right? We are that lesson. We are that traumatic lesson that fucks us up and just sends us into a downward spiral. But that downward spiral turns us from twin flame into soulmate. It's the twin flame that helps you to get you through those final steps of healing, where you finally make it to be the Emperor and the Empress. And that's when you can come together. That's my take on the twin flame thing, right? My ex-husband was a twin flame for the moment. I learned my lesson, but I moved on. Because I wasn't the Empress yet. Right? I was still all of him in my cups energy type of thing, right? So in this time, 2020, year 2020, this is the time. That's why there's a lot of union coming right now. 2020 is the time of union between the emperors and the empresses. We all have to make it to that status first. We cannot go in any earlier. That's divine timing. Okay? I don't know. If you have a question about that, I guess you could ask. I don't know how else to say, you know? Okay, let's move on down, you guys. This is a super size reading. But there's a lot going on, like right now. There's a lot going on, like right now. A lot of thinking, contemplating. Somebody's coming forward. They might have already come forward. You might be at one of these levels, right? Because everybody's time is different. We're all going through the same thing, just at different levels of time. But because the world has so many souls and lives on it, there's millions of people going through the same thing. Right? Just in different sensitivity levels. The next two cards we have out are self-worth. This person, this is a Knight of Cups, King of Pentacles. This person, yes, they're realizing their self-worth now. This is now coming in. Before, in other readings, it was the female energy. The male energy is finally coming into realization of self-worth. Bravo. Shit, man. It's about friggin' time. Recovery. This person knows that they need to try to recover this situation, recover that Queen of Swords and bring her back to being that Queen of Cups, because maybe at this present absolute time, she's just not in that, she could be just in her own emotions right now, hurt because of this three-party situation. She's trying to recover, and possibly the person who, the King of Hearts, is trying to also go into recovery mode. Why? These two are trying to be the best possible mate they can be. This is why the union can't take place until they are that perfect mate, until they resonate with the energies of the Emperor and the Empress. Right? That's how I feel it. This is my take on this. You know? We all have to go through these lessons to even get to be an emperor or an empress. We're just not that. It's like school. You take all these classes, and at the last class you graduate, and then you move on to the next degree or whatever, right? This is like the doctorate. The emperor and the empress, they have got doctorate degrees, PhDs in fucked up lives. That's the thing. You know, they've learned their lessons. They've learned a lot of things. They've learned the hard way. But they are turned into the empress and the emperor because emperors and empresses, they know pain. They know human pain. They know human emotion. They know everything at that point, and that's the time they are brought into empress and emperorhood to share that knowledge with others. I don't think you can be a king or a queen and be sharing that knowledge. I think because you're not yet knowledgeable enough about certain things. But they're getting there. They're really getting there, you guys. The next two cards are dissipating, yeah. The Queen of Cups, her feelings are kind of a little bit dissipating here. Because it's taking long for this to be realized, you know, and or maybe it already has dissipated at this present time. She has learned, and she also realizes her own self-worth, and nobody's worth waiting for. If they're not going to come in and they don't realize that she is, you know, that piece of diamond when this person is going to the costume jeweler, if this person doesn't realize that she is the real thing, then, you know, because she knows her worth, she's going to move forward. Yeah. This person here who is trying to realize shit right now is a very vain person. Egotistical, vanity, all that. That's devil energy. They were into, they had to have the best things. They had to look a certain way. They had to appear to have a lot of money. Had to be that player. Had to be, you know, people like talking about them. They wanted to be the center of attention. But all they did was bring themselves heartbreak. Why? Because they've hurt other hearts. Do you think it's okay to hurt or break someone's heart? It's not. It's not. And if you keep doing it because you don't feel like you're doing anything wrong, you can trust that the universe is going to make you feel that one day. And it's going to hurt really bad. And a lot of people are probably feeling that pain right now. You're feeling the pain of being used, cheated on, lied to, manipulated. But others are actually healing from that, right? Female energies are healing from all that. Saying, you know what, I'm more important than that whole group of people. They don't even deserve to walk on my path at all. Like, who put them there? So the female energies are feeling that. Like, they realize that I ain't waiting for no one. I ain't, you know, I'm the Empress. I'm not fucking waiting for anybody. And the male energies are finally realizing things and thinking, oh shit, am I too late? And you know what? In some cases, yeah, you are. Because these Empresses know their worth. And if you didn't see that before and you're still thinking about this because you're so vain, you're so selfish and egotistical that's why it's taking you so long to think about it. What are my families going to think? What is my friends going to think? Should I do this? Should I not do this? Well, you know what? You can spend your whole fucking life thinking if you should or shouldn't, but the female energy is moving forward. She's basically saying, fuck you, all right? I'm not dealing with this anymore. You want to be in your head about this? Go ahead. Go ahead. Be my guest. I hope you find whatever you're looking for one day, because I want to move on. This is why this energy right here is Two of Swords. Two of Swords have to make a decision, because I think she's made her decision and her feelings have dissipated, but somebody is hanging on to her energy and they're pulling her in one way. She's trying to be strong and pull herself the other way, because she doesn't want to deal with this anymore. Why does she have to stay stuck because this person took years and years or however long they needed to figure shit out? It's not fair to her to be stuck to that energy. And she wants to get out of it. Because she's already past the high priestess knowledge, knowing, intuition. And if he's just getting into that, oh my God, how much longer is there to go? Straight up, you guys, I feel unions aren't even going to take place too soon, right? Like November and shit, you guys. I'm tired. I'm tired. Let's see what oracle cards we have. All right. Fuck, an hour and 35 minutes. I didn't want to do the stars. I don't know. For some reason, I felt like using my oracles that I made, the healing energy oracles. Right. I also have a healing energy sessions if you guys want to check that out. So I'm going to pick out 3 cards and see what the universe has to say about this whole situation. Because you know what? A lot of us are frustrated. Actually, I'll pick out 4 cards. A lot of us are frustrated, and yours truly is very frustrated myself. And I just want to move forward, just like everyone else. I'm tired of the up and down in the games. And you know, a lot of the tarot readers are going through this shit. That's why they are tarot readers. It's not just because someone, oh, I can make money. No, some of them are doing it like me because I'm trying to figure out answers. They are too. So hard. And they hide it well. Me, I don't hide it well. I'm sorry. I don't hide it well. You know, I'm fucking hurt, and that's shit that happens, right? Look, being available for others shows them you love them. This person is figuring out his self-worth and realizing that somebody is not around for them all the time, right? So they're starting to feel like, okay, that other person's not around because they don't really care about me. You know what? That's right, right? The same way you treated someone else before, you weren't around for them. So they figured you didn't love them. The best thing you can do is know yourself. Right? Who are you? You're recovering, and you're recovering from this situation, but who really are you? Right? Who were you before all this shit happened? Maybe you were different in terms of emotions, but maybe, well, yeah, best thing you can do is know yourself. So maybe in the past you were confused about a lot of things in regards to your own journey and healing, right? And right now, somebody here, which is somebody holding the energy of the Queen of Swords and the King of Cups, they're trying to know themselves, right? The Queen of Cups already saw the 3-party situation. She sees it in her cup. She's intuitive, right? You were born to succeed, all right? So there could be a situation here where somebody is trying to break down another person or trying to make them feel that they will not. Oh, shit. I just had a friggin' epiphany about something. The Queen of Cups, may have difficulties in terms of marriage, right? This person may have had some trauma involving something that has to do with marriage, but as a child. Even though that she was a child, maybe somebody gave her a certain perception involving marriage, which caused her to make a lot of hasty decisions, right? And shit, man, tripping. And she was strong through all of these situations. She was especially strong, possibly. She's been married before. She was possibly strong in that situation. But she may not have married for the proper reasons, right? Because her thoughts of marriage were skewed. And that's what's happening here. Her feelings are dissipating for certain individuals because she realizes her worth now. She's not going to be in relationships that are controlling or who don't give 50-50 equal, right? Give and take, right? Somebody loving someone more. No jealousy. None of that bullshit. She knows she's better than that. She wants a relationship where if her man leaves, she ain't going to worry that he's cheating. Because she knows deep down inside he's not. And swap that around too. He might feel that way about her, right? You were born to succeed. Somebody has been telling you people, all of these people, that you are not going to succeed, you're not going to do well in something, anything, like in whatever, right? So there's a lot of passion in this situation, right? Maybe people are saying, you're never going to get her, or you're never going to get him, or you're never going to be rich, you're never going to have a good life, you're never going to succeed, you're never going to graduate, whatever, right? Someone here doesn't believe you're never, or I won't, or I can't. There is somebody here that just, those words do not computate in their vocabulary. And you know who that is? That's the Queen of Cups. The one who becomes the Empress. The words of I can't, you can't, they don't work in her vocabulary. If somebody tells her I can't, she does the opposite. She does I can. Because her trauma sensitivity level is friggin' high as fuck, okay? She's been through a lot of shit, and she can handle a lot of mental manipulation. And no one can tell her what she can and can't do. She is that single individual who can take care of herself. You guys, this is fucking gnarly. Okay, we're almost done here. Doubts create mountains. This guy who's fucking thinking too much, you're thinking too much doubt. All right? Get out of your head. You're just creating more issues, more problems for yourself. And the more you think about it, the more you're going to lose what you really want. Stop thinking so much about it. You know? Don't think about the relationship. How about think about why you're doing this shit? Right? How about think about healing yourself, loving yourself, coming to your own truth. You know you got to give the truth, but have you found your own truth? Right? I guarantee you that if this person, somebody said you can't have him, or you can't be with them, or you can't do this. Remember I told you? You can't, I won't, or whatever. That's not in her vocabulary. As much as it might seem the times are tough and everything looks negative, remember those words. She can have. She will have. All right? So stop doubting. You are on a healing journey. She knows this. Right? And maybe she is going to make a choice for now. A choice to step back. Because she knows what you need to do. So fucking do it. Whoever you are who's thinking too much. You are a male. Okay? That I'm talking to. If you're a cross watcher or whatever, I don't even know how to call it because this is the extra and it's fucking forever long. So I'm going to end it right there. I hope somebody got a message out of this. This is a very gnarly message. Everything friggin' resonates. And I just gave you guys the answers of what y'all need to do. Especially the one who's in their head. Just heal yourself right now. Don't worry about this right now. You know why? Because she can and she will have what she wants. She just didn't realize before that she may have been being too pushy. Whatever. And she understands now. That's why she's stepping back. Okay, you want to do this that way? I'm going to step back from this, but me and you are no more, at least not until you're healed. Because she doesn't want to be part of that energy that was brought in just recently, right? Something was brought in recently. Two people decided to separate because they didn't align on this. They weren't on the same level of thought, and it had to end, right? It's not over. But I'll tell you what, she's not going to, I think that, yes, time is fluid, but she has a time limit. And she knows that she can use her free will. And you can trust she's not going to wait forever because she's the Empress. She wants to go find another Emperor. And if you're already resonating that Emperor, just find out what the hell is wrong with you. Why are you feeling this way? What has been happening in your life? I'm telling you, I have Healing Energy Sessions playlist. Look through those videos. Maybe there's something in there to help you trigger something in your mind to help you realize what's going on here. Utilize the channel, share, subscribe, like, comment, share. Let people see this, because I'm trying to help people. I'm not trying to, I don't care about, you know, to be quite honest, I'm not making shit from this. But I just want to help people, because I see there's a lot of people that are just in fucked up situations, and I am too. But you know what? I just try to make the best of it. And during this retrograde, a lot has come to, a lot of epiphanies, you guys. And you know what? I'm stepping back. Now, this reading right here has brought me a lot of epiphanies myself. It's not going to be the same for you guys. We're all different. But you know what? Me personally, I'm stepping away from my situation. And even though I feel that energy, happiness, sadness, whatever's going on, I'm not responding to it. Not until, you know, that person needs to heal. And if they don't want to see it, they don't want to do it, you know, I'm just going to do me. If we're meant to be together later, okay, whatever. But I'm going to move on, and there is a chance that I might find somebody, because that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for something permanent. I'm not looking for any flighty energies. I'm really careful now with who I speak with when it's in terms of a relationship. I'm very strict. So, anyways, I'm sorry it took so long, you guys. But there was a lot to be said here. This is your extra. Read all about it. For February 23rd, 2020. I won't doubt that tomorrow's will also be long. We'll see. Sorry I kept y'all. Hopefully you got help out of this. Alright, my name is Mona. This is Kaleidoscope Dreams Tarot. And I will speak to you guys next time. Bye.